Basically,
Yeah.
Niku has it has half a dozen buildings or a dozen buildings, one
Uh-huh.
of which is 3 stories. Apparently, it has an elaborate dock
Wait,
with some ever burning torches on it. And according to the technology tree that we are working through on this, um, and this thing, the residents of Niku do not know how to make. Well, let's pull up the technology tree here. See what we're working with.
you still don't have bowls or
Let's see.
glasses.
Yeah,
You
so
don't
they
have
don't. So the
cups.
residents
You
of
don't have cups. You
Niku
don't have
do not
bowls.
know how to make. They don't know how to make bowls with pottery. They don't know how. They don't know shit about animals because they don't know how to like keep them. They don't know how to keep them alive and like use them for products, animal husbandry. And they are also apparently so backwards that they don't know how to find things on the ground or in slightly buried in the ground that are useful.
So the
So
light.
they don't know how. They don't know mining.
So
Um,
the life expectancy for a Deco resident is very.
oh, dude,
It's like
the
30
knee
years old.
convenience.
They
Yeah, exactly.
maybe even
There's
less than that.
the Nikunians are a not very industrious people. However, they love to sail. They're not very good at it, but they have because they founded their city on the coast. They've been given a boost in sailing, so they're kind of getting their they're getting the hang of sailing. But
That's
I'm
good.
assuming a lot of them are drowning because they haven't quite figured it out yet.
Hmm.
And yet they were able to build an entire city.
Yet they were
It
able to
seems
build an entire city.
the city was
Yeah.
just there, Eddie. The city was there, and they appeared after the fact.
Yeah, yeah, I've
So
heard
these
that.
people are either like idiot savants, or yeah, or like Nate suggested, they sort of stumbled upon it, and now they're getting to the business of technology.
They stumbled upon it, and mysteriously all the people living there died off. No one knows how it happened.
Yeah.
I hear
Now they're
those
like,
theories.
okay,
Failed.
I know we don't. They're like, I know we don't know shit, and we've got a big world to explore. But like, let's systematically figure out which things we don't know that we're going to learn about, and which order to go in.
Yeah,
So let's see which order, which things should they learn? I think they should learn mining. They're going to learn how to mine.
They're gonna get
They'll
stuck
learn how
in
to
the.
mine.
They're gonna get
that's a
stuck
good
in
start.
those mines without any way to transport water, and they're gonna
Yeah,
die of
we're
dehydration.
now the Nikunians are now a group of peaceful, um,
The Coonians.
sailing curious coastal miners.
Okay, coastal miners. Yep. I like
Coastal
the
miners.
I like the dichotomy there that you've crafted, Nick.
Yeah. Again, sailing curious. I can't emphasize this enough. They haven't figured it out. They can't sail, but they're farther along than you might expect for a people who can't sail.
They're
What
out
Like
on the water.
I have a question. When does the pottery come into existence? When are they able
great
to
question.
yeah, when are they going to be able to engineer cups and bowls and plates and
Well,
utensils?
well, the good news is the Nikunians. That's probably next. Yeah. Uh, I don't know. A couple terms.
Also, um, what are the other societies
Well,
in this world that's been kind of just I don't know, just appeared, I guess,
I'm definitely gonna get in a
that
fight
you
with Teddy
loaded
Roosevelt.
into?
I'll put it that way. Definitely gonna get in a fight with Teddy Roosevelt at some point. Um, yeah. So
What
all
it,
the other
that's like
civilizations you saw
that's a
can
big
play the same way I am, and then there are these things called city states, which are NPCs that don't really have like territorial ambitions.
this is
So they don't get big.
this is weird
You can
though.
kind of just like you
I
can
would
control them like a patronage system.
yeah, I was just saying um it is funny because Civilization was one of those games that I remember hearing a lot about. Like I played RTS games back in high school and even
Yeah.
after, but I never checked it out. I don't know why.
Yeah, me neither. Not until college, and then I got into five in college. What's this thing? Mercury. Fuck yeah. Dude, check it out. Oh,
Wait, Buenos Aires.
yeah. That's apparently
What?
it's just a city So yeah, so you can get like all you can get all empirical with these people.
I just
We
like the idea of you guys landing mysteriously in this bay, and then you travel a few hundred miles south, and it's like, oh, that's Buenos Aires. Apparently, this has been here
yeah,
for
hello,
centuries, and we're
we're
not even
Japan,
aware of
dude.
this. We just
Uh,
landed on this planet.
oh, Buenos Aires. Yeah. Oh wait, no, dude, we haven't even figured out mining. Shit, we're 8 turns away from mining. We're not gonna
I
get
thought you
to
had Mercury.
I thought that
right.
was your
We're not,
first your first
but
endeavor, your
we're
first.
we're going to get the we're gonna get other things.
What's your plan? What's your plan for your civilization, Nick? Where do you think it's headed?
Oh shit. Are you guys still there?
Yeah, I'm still
Yeah.
here.
Okay. Sorry, I again with the fucking aux cord. I'm gonna rip some bong here and then I'm gonna
Engineer some
oh the
bowls and engineer
monsters!
some plates and bowls and cups, right? Like you're gonna engineer
Mercury.
you're gonna engineer a bowl, and then you're gonna engineer a bowl. You know what I mean? You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
yes, I'm gonna engineer this bowl right
I'm gonna
now.
rip a bowl, and then I'm gonna make one out of clay.
Dude, the Buenos Aires have cops.
They have
So, all right,
guns.
is that the next move? You're gonna annex them? You're gonna move
Okay,
in and just.
no,
What is the goal? Are you gonna
no.
live in some sort of damn it, sorry. Are you gonna
Huh.
live
I'm gonna
in
let them.
harmony? Are they gonna be allies? What's
Yeah, dude. We got beef the
it?
moment I saw those.
Eventually, it's just gonna be warring states, right? I mean,
There's another. Here's another empire. But should we? I'm gonna be the bigger man here. It is an honor to meet you, Tomyrus. Aha.
we have a city nearby. Would you like to visit? We could fit you for one of our pointy hats.
Fuck
Interesting.
yes. I want a
So
pointy hat. I don't know what just happened, but
well, you're going to Buenos Aires to get fitted for your pointy hat, apparently.
evidently.
That's what it looks like to me.
So, oh, also, we can't read or write. We're illiterate. The Nikunians are illiterate.
That should be the
Um,
next thing. Well, I don't know.
they don't have any bowls, but because they met these other folks, we're
They're
not
gonna
any
teach
farther
you.
along in the bowls, but we're closer to figuring out how to read and write.
At a certain point, though, you're gonna visit Buenos Aires and just take everything that they've learned and apply it to your own city, right? I mean, that's got to be
Oh,
like
dude.
that's got to factor into
Oh no,
the history of Nico, right? I mean,
I'm going to take over their city.
what year
Is
is
what I'm
it?
doing.
What year is this right now? By the way, I can't see. Is
This
there
is
like a
like
time
this is
frame in
like
this? But
yeah, this is like 10. This is like the beginning. The idea is that this is the absolute infancy of human like existence. Like the idea is
oh,
that
so Buenos Aires isn't like an established place yet. It's more or less just a place on the map, and you're like going there to.
exactly.
Okay,
Who are they
that makes
fighting?
more sense.
They just fought a scout from another barbarians. Oh, I want to fight them. I like fighting the barbarians. You can fight the barbarians.
What else are they
They,
there for?
they still show up later on. It's kind of funny. Right. That was dumb. I wasted some time with the barbarians. Let's go south.
Eddie, since we failed out on the first stream of the Mod Squad pod for that Warhammer 40,000 game, I'm just gonna put this up.
There goes the scout. Oh, nice. Look at that. Having discovered another continent, there's a whole wide world. We're going to get naval real fast, though, because I need those fish. And yeah, sometimes you get whale.
Well, you're sailors, but you're also miners at the same
Right.
time.
You can't forget about our roots, man. We can't get away from our roots. We're miners too. Oh, wait, hang on.
Yeah, the roots are in the deep, vast oceans of the mountains. You know, it's we're
Indeed.
miners by trade, but sailors by 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 hobby. Our
Art.
our hobby is
Yeah.
sailing. Our profession is mining.
Damn right. So check it out. So the Buenos Aires are they're rich in cotton and mercury.
Cotton and
Learning that
mercury.
out.
Wow, it's probably from all those fucking fish that they're catching all the time.
So here's some barbarians. I don't want to fight the barbarians in my scout because they're weak. They're bitches. So instead, I'm gonna run.
What's like?
Oh,
You have to eat a lot of fish to get mercury poisoning, right? Is that
I think it's a yes and no thing. Yes, you do. You have to eat a pretty
yeah,
decent
just
amount
a
of fish
couple pounds
to
of
and
fish?
high mercury fish in particular, like of a very certain kind. But
Did your parents
uh,
ever warn you about like mercury levels? I
yeah,
remember that was like a thing. It's like don't eat too much too. Actually, I don't even think it was my parents. I think it was just, you know,
public health
more or
authorities.
less, yeah, some
Look at
type of
that! Look
like
at that! There's a barbarian camp. Oh, look at all of them.
Eddie,
I want to fuck with them.
Eddie, you know what I'm talking about?
Getting mercury from fish.
Yeah, it was like some sort of thing you learned at some point. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know when I don't know when it came into play exactly. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. At some point though, somebody told you like, "Whoa, take it easy with the tuna fish.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
you're gonna get
I'm
mercury
sure-
poisoning.
You might die. You might die from mercury poisoning."
Just being mad.
Um. Yeah. The state of Minnesota actually does like pretty um frequent sampling and like writes everything up in charts and publishes it online as far as like um uh public health hazards go with fish. And they have these incredibly comprehensive consumption guidelines that put everything up in like tab form where you can just look at it and you're like you find the water body and you
Yeah.
find the species and then and then where those two intersect, it tells you how many of those fish you can eat per week.
What's the measurement of like a of mercury in fish? What do they measure that by?
I don't know, but it's found in the flesh and the fat,
That's a funny idea.
and eventually, you get enough of it. The real issue with freshwater fish and mercury is from like tires and whatnot. Like that's where it comes from. It comes from like pollution from like chemicals used in like automotive stuff that leach out that end up on the
That
roads.
doesn't
You know,
sound right.
like
Things can't be our
that.
things can't be our fault.
So wait, you're meaning to tell me that in an ideal world where nobody dumps tires into, you know, into what like into a lake? What's just pollution like runoff?
Actually,
Runoff coming into the lake or
mechanism is because they wear down and then you get like tiny little bits on like basically microplastics that dissolve and then yeah you end up with like heavy metal contamination
Okay.
in water. Yeah,
So
that's
in
also where most microplastics come from. Is that in laundry is like yeah these car tires and stuff like that. Yeah, I hate to be a downer, but that's why electric cars aren't that great of an environmental solution.
It's like
Because like half the pollution from cars comes from not the gas, but from like the
Yeah.
shit that
engine
brakes,
engineering and manufacturing and maintenance, I guess
engineering,
too. But
manufacturing, replaceable parts, etc. Yeah. But hey, anyway, the good news is the Nakunians are about to find all this out because they just discovered mining.
Nice.
that's a
All right,
big
what are they gonna
step.
learn
That's a big step forward in a civilization. Once you can,
But what level of thought are they at if they're like, I just discovered that I can break them?
A level of what?
What is discovered mining even?
Means, well,
Like they not know that they could break rocks?
evidently, that's what it meant. Yeah, they didn't know that before. It unlocks the builder ability to construct mines
Oh, so now they can just build it.
and quarries and choppings of woods and harvesting of copper. Before this,
Are
they
you
were
really
ignorant.
discovering these things, or is this more like they're being taken over by the government? Like there were small mining operations, but now you've officially discovered mining in the country.
yeah.
So now you control it.
Since I'm in charge of this world, I'm making it so that that all technology decisions are like like completely revelatory. So like before there was ignorance, and afterwards there was knowledge. So
Also,
like up until they've been working on it. They've been like someone's had a hunch that like there was stuff there's stuff somewhere that they could get if they worked at it, but they didn't know where. But someone has made a breakthrough over the last 7 turns, and they learned that you could go to a place and break rocks, and maybe you can make an elaborate like whole scene out of it.
well,
And you could get good stuff in there. And
also,
now they're about to
Okay.
do the exact same thing with pottery. They're going to get bowls, but they don't know it yet.
oh, this is
How
exciting.
how
This
long
big.
is a turn?
It takes like 7 turns.
But
Yeah.
like how much time passes a turn?
Um, that's actually a great question. So we're at 30. Oh, look at that. So we're at 3,640 BC. So let's see what this next turn yields.
Also, Niku, the civilization thus far has a it looks like a shallow grasp on writing. It maybe like
Oh,
not
dude, yeah.
a very
Again,
like very loose knowledge of how to read and write. So this is everything you're
that's exactly
enacting to this point is like either spoken word law or handshake agreements. So
That's
there's
exactly
I'm
right.
thinking your central government probably isn't like super strong. You're just people. Is there like where does religion factor into it? Also, that's what I'm
But
wondering. There's got to
they're
be.
also developing that. Like they're again, like I said, I like to play this to imagine this world is that there's nothing going on that we haven't invented or done. So they're totally like irreligious. They just have no concept. They have a hunch that there's something better than spoken word agreements and handshakes, but they're not sure yet. And some of them just got their asses kicked by some barbarians.
I feel like
So
it's
they're about
just a
to.
dog eat dog society too. It's like this guy beat the shit out of me, and now I listen to him. At this point, it's like very barbaric, uh, right now.
That's exactly what it
Still,
is.
I mean, it would have
in
to be if you think about it, because you don't have anything written down. There's no like central law for the most part. I mean, we're assuming you're like some sort of. That's where I'm confused on it. You'd have to be some sort of like high power or like deity or something, god-like figure, that people listen to.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That's who I am. And
That's
as
who
they're gone,
that's who I am. I am Niku.
exactly who I
I
am.
am Niku. You are
Yeah.
Niku.
I am Niku. And as Niku, I'm really not doing a very good job keeping them alive. So my
Well, you don't have bowls yet.
I don't have bowls. That's the problem. That's among the many problems Niku has. We don't have bowls.
People are
So
literally
my
eating with their bare hands and getting like all kinds of shit. They're probably getting giardia. They're probably getting like all kinds of weird like illnesses and pathogens.
yeah, man,
There's
they're
no
just drinking straight seawater and like hanging out in their 3-story house that they somehow built without knowledge of pottery. All right, who are these assholes? Have we met them yet? Oh, this is just more Scythia. Ugh, Scythia.
That looks like the north. That looks like the frozen north.
Yeah, I think it's the south actually. It's the
Antarctica. Okay.
far. Yeah, we're in the
That
far
also
reaches here.
that also poses like a whole completely new set of problems. Given that I don't know, you guys are in a warm climate right now, so
They are.
yeah, going down there is going to be a problem. So many problems right now.
Meandering way back. How do I go? I gotta go here. Oh, I can cross that river whenever. I want to go over there. I gotta get the warrior back because these fucking barbarians aren't going anywhere.
Eddie, have you played this much? Like,
I
did you
played 5
five?
a little bit.
Yeah, this
On
is
my
so-
end, by the way, I just slew Hades, God of the Dead, so that's where I'm at. So,
This is like very yeah, this is more of like a risk type setup.
Oh yeah, much more like Gonna make a break. Are these barbarians too, or are these more Scythians? I know Sarah is okay. Cool.
I like that.
They don't.
I like that name. So the more Scythians are like your enemies, pretty much. I would take
They're
it.
like they're the other. No, they're the other civilization. We're cool for now, but I'm not. I don't. It's like how you're cool here, landlord. You know.
You're gonna steal. You're gonna steal their bowls.
I might steal their bowls, man.
Do they have bowls? I'm just fascinated by the who's able to who has bowls and plates and cups, because that's ultimately that's gonna be the test of time when you're able to
It looks like we move up about 100 years every move.
not get sick.
Let's see. Okay, hang on. This is new for this game, so I gotta learn this. With your people enthused to try code of laws, government and social policy changes are free this time. Unlocked by this civic. Choose these or what? Change policies. Different policies. This is new.
Now you're in the government section of this game, but this is still assuming that everything's like not written out or there's nothing you know.
Yeah, man. I'm still as this. Well, there's an actual policy called fucking God King.
There you go. I'd say
But I'm not gonna do it, man. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna go urban planning here. It's my economic policy.
with nothing
And
urban planning with nothing planned out or in any kind of writing
for
whatsoever.
sure I'm gonna go survey for the moment, but I'm gonna switch the policies up in a minute because I want to get extra combat strength. Hell yeah, our policy agenda is set, man. I got a fucking master's in that.
What is
But
like at some point? Yeah, I'm still confused on the where you're at. I guess. Looks like
Yeah, where are you what's your question?
just
I'm surrounded by barbarians,
I
first
see
of all.
that. Yeah,
So,
it looks like a
so
potentially like volatile situation here.
it does because it means that see they won't harm Niku itself, but they'll mess with any units that I have. So that are outside of it.
You're
So
kind of like Israel right now. You're like right in that you're like this
oh
small. Well, no,
yeah,
I guess religion taken out of it, but geographically speaking, if all these people
you're
are gonna,
absolutely
you
right.
know,
A little oasis on a big, where the desert meets the sea.
yeah,
And uh, and yeah, so I guess this makes all these folks Arabs. So yeah, so the barbarians here are gonna kidnap my builder if I move them. So I need to get some warriors in the picture here. So let me zoom out here and see where we're at. So there's Buenos Aires,
get some of their
and here are
guys.
my
You're in tight with them.
warriors
Get some of their guys to come in and
that
bail you out.
way down there. I'm gonna move the warriors up. Ooh, they found a little.
That's a
Oh,
turn? That was like a turn you just took.
that was a turn for the yeah. They found some crabs.
Nice. That's always good.
That's chill.
Some seafood.
There might be a giant monster over here. We don't know
Yeah,
yet.
that's intriguing.
Um,
That's very intriguing.
the warriors are gonna run over here, and then they're gonna come and they're gonna Rex. They're not gonna Rex some. I want to say they're gonna Rex some shit, but they're not. Let's face it.
What's the
Um,
what year is it right now? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What does that say? Oh, BC. We're still,
2,440 here.
this is gonna cause all kinds of problems when Jesus comes into the picture.
I was gonna say this already assumes that there will be a Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What does that say about free will?
Well, there is no free will. I mean, it's everything's planned to this point.
So when I
Maybe
scout
just
in the
think
early
that
stage,
eventually get him in. Jesus.
Say
what should I
something.
do?
Something is gonna happen. We know that.
So let's look at the civics tree. What should I do with the civic? What should I do in terms of civics?
Definitely learn how to read and write fully. I would say.
I can do craftsmanship.
That's not really. That
I
doesn't
can
really
do-
fall into the. But
So I can do craftsmanship, or I can do foreign trade. Foreign trade is like faster growth.
I don't know. It's a tough
Really,
one
like-
because you're kind of like I was saying. it looks like it's going to be creeping into just like a totally volatile situation there in the Middle East. Not the Middle East. Sorry, Niku in the middle of
Exactly.
you know
Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
This is
I'm
just
gonna do.
this
I'm gonna
is
do craftsmanship.
this whole thing is just setting up to be Israel. Like in the next, that's where we're headed.
I mean, we do fight +5 against barbarians. So I'm gonna do craftsmanship because see, check it out. The next one, military tradition, you get a boost if you clear a barbarian outpost, and I'm about to do that. That's my one of my short-term military goals.
Okay.
Is because I need to clear this barbarian outpost before I can establish a city where it is.
Jesus, 30 turns. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
this is a long game, man. These things take days. So foreign trade is already boosted, and that can get my empire rocking and rolling when I'm dealing with these assholes. You know what? I'm going to do foreign trade first. That's what I'm going to
Do
do.
you have documents
I
here?
mean, foreign trade.
Are there documents in Niku at this
Hold on,
point?
dude. We're making this shit up as we go along. They're just rapping.
Lots of
We're working on pottery.
lots of
We have two.
handshakes, empty promises
This is going to make you feel
happening.
very good. There are 2 turns left until we have goals.
Looks like you're right on the coast. It
Can I get a
really
warrior or
does. I mean, it really looks like beautiful country. I'll say that.
you know what? Yeah. I'm jealous of the Warriors. You know, at least they're getting out there after it, you know?
But no one's
Should I do
ever
a
gone to
slinger
war
or
with
a
stuff.
warrior?
They don't even know what to expect.
I'm going to do a slinger. Sounds like a slur, doesn't it? Like,
Dang. Like,
all right. He's going to have to skip his turn. When your cities get more advanced, they can shoot. They have defenses and stuff. Right, these bad boys is gonna fortify until they're healed up, and then we're gonna unite the warrior, the slinger, and the scout for like a brawl with the barbarians. I have to keep an eye on them because they're gonna come at me at a certain point. All right, builder.
That's the end of your. You've ended your turn. No, you're still on your turn.
I gotta skip it. I didn't see these barbarians coming, so I foolishly built a builder that I was
I
not.
mean, it's all
ready to
coming.
defend.
It's all coming to a head pretty soon. I feel like some action's about to.
No man ever wetted
Yes!
and then left.
Pottery, nice. Okay, so there's a big one. So you've unlocked pottery.
Yeah, man, we can get a
huge.
granary
That's
that's
huge.
there's
Less
yeah.
people are gonna
There's this
die.
whole other. See, there's this whole other. Each city is its own sort of like unit of production, or like its or system of production. So there's this whole other situation going on with the city that I haven't even gotten into. You can this whole like meanwhile the city is raising gold that we can use to buy units or to make the city better. Or I can buy tiles for expansion.
Who put this out?
you know.
Who put this out, Eddie?
isn't it like Sid Meier's civilization?
Myers.
Like that? I don't know.
That's the name that always gets associated with it, but I don't know who
Sid
Myers is.
Myers. Like the author, was he an author? I don't even. That name sounds familiar, but I don't know. Sid Myers.
All right, so what am I going to do next? What technology? Should I do?
Do you have horses yet? What kind of? what kind
We
of
do not have
farming or
animal
husbandry?
husbandry yet.
Oh, that seems like a thing you want.
To the Nikunians, all animals are either wild animals or they're like feral cats and dogs.
Ooh, I like
Like-
the sound of that.
Or I guess you could focus on the boats when we go to sea.
All right, he's
We could get in the same amount of time. We could get some boats going on. I like what you're thinking, Eddie. I'm going to do boats.
he's just a game designer, Canadian, Sarnia, Ontario, Sarnia Sting.
I'm going to get some boats going, and then we'll deal with the animals.
2K
Like I've always
games.
liked more than I've liked horses.
He's still putting
Right.
games out right now.
This is breadwinner.
This is Sid Meier. His page on Wikipedia is pretty funny. You should look it up, Eddie. It's like the picture of him's just funny because he's in the middle of like some sort of presentation. It looks like, Maybe a game release at like E3 or something. Oh, it says it right there. Sid Meier at the 2010 Game Developers Conference. Somebody just asked him a question, and he's like, he's going into it. He's like, this is where it comes to, this is where the idea came from, and this is how I was able to bring it to life. And yeah, just thankful for 2K games. Thankful for
Humble guy.
Micro Pros. Ever hear of that? Ever heard of Micro Pros, Eddie? Huh?
Micropros, no. Is that a game or a...
That's a good question. I thought it was a company, but it is. Yeah, it is a company. They're just a developer, It's deep cuts going into Wikipedia. Man, do you ever get into like a wormhole? You just click links and you keep going. And
yeah.
And then before you know it, it's been like 2 hours. You're like, what the fuck? Like, why? What have I done?
More often than I care to admit.
Why did I just read about micropros for an hour?
You do have a bow, yeah, a bow, a gift. Yeah, your delegation's welcome. Cool. Diplomacy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, that was some action right there. The slinger was mixing it up. Right. Takes him a whole day to cross the river.
Like Civilization 6 comes up in a conversation at a party, and you're like, oh yeah, Sid Meier. No, he was in this. He had this other company, Microprose, back in like the 80s, and they developed some games, and it ultimately went under. And you're just like going into it, and people are just like walking away slowly, like going to the back of the room, like okay. No, you don't understand, dude. I read about this shit. Like, I read about this shit. Oh, action-packed turn.
We're gonna get some action
Yeah.
here. Oh man, these guys. That's a bad move. My warriors might get knocked off here.
Bill Steely, what the fuck did that guy do? I'll tell you what he did. He co-founded Microprose with Sid Meier. That's what he did.
Oh shit! I gotta change my forward policy.
Don't let any foreigners in. Okay, keep your race pure.
Niku has just issued a travel ban on surrounding Buenos Aires.
Yeah. One of these cursed people.
Are you allied with Buenos Aires? Because I feel like you've
No,
been in it.
we're coolly friendly with them. They like I said, they have no territorial ambitions, so they won't get much bigger. But eventually, I might. But I can like lean on them economically or politically once I get some leverage over them and get some shit out of them. You know.
You got to expand your territory soon.
I do. See, it's been expanding naturally. All this stuff is new. What I'm trying to do is try to figure out how I can get that thing where I can get +5 against barbarians. I need that right now.
You just become a paranoid warmonger. No, we have to focus the barbarian threat.
Yeah. World rankings. Am I going to change that? Damn it.
So you're trying to just use leverage through trade talks. That's kind of your.
Eventually.
That's your end game.
Keep in mind, I'm also like not very good at this game. I'm historically not very good.
Hey man, it's hard to run a country, you know? Like I don't.
There's a lot to do, you know. There's a lot to do. All right, they're gonna
What
go
are the
back.
what are the deep dives in Civilization? Like
Oh hell yeah!
how far do people go with it? That's what like there's gotta be. Whew,
I don't know, man. All right, research. What's next? Research. I think we should probably figure out animals.
ungodly amount of hours, I'm guessing.
I think it's got to be. I think animal husbandry probably should
Into
come
it.
next. Let's do it.
Animal.
It seems important for like food production and stuff. Government. Oh, that's how I do it. Policies. There we go. Yeah, We're gonna. What? Unlock? Are you kidding me? A gold situation.
Eddie,
Oh, that's worth it.
Eddie, did you see that photo of Sid Meier? I'm gonna text it to you.
I haven't yet.
Oh wait, we do have religion. No, we're working towards a pantheon. We haven't figured out a pantheon. We're still working on religion.
I don't know. I expected him to have a beard.
You expected Sid Meier to have a beard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did not.
Sid Meier keynote. Everything you know is wrong.
Does he do a podcast?
I'm sure. I'm sure he does. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's just a recurring guest on Bill Gates' podcast. I don't know.
We're able to do that. All right.
Oh, it's that Adam
Cool.
Sessler guy interviewing him. Remember that guy? Oh. he's he's just completely senile because he's been like coding for decades. He's just like, no. I was not. I was not interested at all, Adam. I just sort of fell into it, and he's just like openly mocking Adam Sessler in the interview. By the way, I think X Play sucks, and Morgan's carrying that show, so I'm gonna ask you to leave my studios, Adam. Adam Sessler like gave him subpar reviews, so he's just openly mocking him in the interview. That would be good. That would be. I'd watch that.
Have you ever created anything in your life? Huh? No.
Do you just
Adam?
Is this something you do? You just show up to developers'
tear down other
headquarters and just criticize people's creations? Is this something you do?
Does that make you feel good? Are you proud?
Do you know how hard it is to put effort into something and bring something to creation?
We should just write it down and put it online as if it's trans real interview.
Yeah.
I need bronze working.
Do you know what I'm talking about though? Like that show he used to do on, I think it was on G4, where he would just do game reviews. Adam Sessler.
Oh, I don't think so.
It was definitely. I think it was X Play. I'm pretty sure it was X Play. It was just like him yelling. Half of the reviews would just be him yelling about how like frustrating the games were. I mean, not all of them. He definitely. Yeah, I don't know. There was a lot of like, it was a lot of comedy. You know, like it was like a comedic thing. He was. X Play. I'm pretty sure it was X Play.
Son of a bitch.
X Play G4. Yeah, that's right. Jedi Academy. Jesus, wow.
That game, I love that game back in the day.
They reviewed Jedi Academy.
Oh, nice, man. My knowledge of wheel is
Nice.
advanced considerably.
That's a big one. You got the wheel. You've got
Dude,
pottery.
I got way
Sorry,
the
this
fuck
is way
more
too
wheel
loud.
going on in mine. Oh,
Eddie.
I'm sorry. I'm probably shut.
Eddie, you're gonna want to take a look at this. This is the show that I was This is the exact thing I was talking about.
You bitches.
Jedi Academy. Why do I want to play Jedi Academy? It's like not what he sounded like, but
Yeah. You can. I appreciate having that.
that would be a good like game review show though. The guy there's just this dude just loses every game he plays, and he just rants about how shitty it is and how the developers need to fix their fucking game. You need to fix your fucking game.
Exchanging.
That's when you play.
Yeah.
When you don't lose at games.
I don't. Is G4 still? Do they still exist? Is that still a channel?
It probably is. Someone owns the right.
Man, Nick
It's
is
probably a
like
website.
Nick is heavily into this now. He's got.
Yeah, I'm making moves here,
He's making.
and it's all coming up according to my plan
Once
here. I'm
you-
ready to start moving on this barbarian again.
I mean,
pretty
yeah,
soon. I'm
once
gonna
you-
start a new city, and then whoa,
Once you
that's
got
not good.
You got the wheel. I mean, once you got the wheel and pottery going, that was a huge step forward technologically.
This scout's gonna come back and he's gonna help out with the settler, get where they want to go. If he doesn't get his ass kicked along the way. Let's see. It needs orders. Oh, you need to go save your fucking country, man. That's what you need to do, assholes. God damn it. I lost my builder. That was really dumb. This is why I suck at this game. This always happens to me.
A family just lost their father, brother, and son. Okay, it's not all about you. He was more than a builder.
All right. What on earth just happened? Why is it looking like that? Weird. Okay. Anyway. I just built a settler. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's telling me where I should and shouldn't build a city. I see. I'm definitely going over here. Look at all this stuff. What is this stuff? Silver. Definitely going over there. Right. Home.
What did he give Jedi Academy, Eddie? Did he
5 out of 10.
5 out of 10, really?
I don't know. I don't know what his scale is.
You mean to tell me that you're not gonna watch the whole review of Jedi Academy?
I will. I'm just right now. I'm busy battling my way out of the underworld.
So I'm the only one watching Nick play this game at the moment.
Yeah, the problem is I can only use my phone.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're on phone mic. You're all being
Yeah,
recorded
I have to
too
get-
right now. That's the other part of it.
I have to get like a headset or something.
Nick's live streaming this right now, and I'm recording this just because I discovered OBS and feel like I
Nice.
should use it. So that's what's going
We're
on.
building up episodes for our gaming and.
So yeah.
This is Mod
Serious.
Squad Pod. Mod Squad Pod. Mod Squad Pod. That's a concept too, because it was like, yeah, we're just gonna download mods for a game that hasn't been updated since 2010 or whatever, you know, and just play mods. I don't know.
We play mods. We make pods. We're a squad.
What's the producer's name? You had like I forget what you said in the chat. It was
Well, the person who manages our chat and website and stuff is our pod squad mod. Because they're the moderator of it.
I'm the moderator of the Mod Squad Pod. I moderate the pod on the
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck. I'm the moderator of the Mod Squad pod. I mod the Mod Squad pod.
Oh, shit. What did I just do?
Tune in to X
Get that on your resume, you're set.
Mondays and Wednesdays at
On the
6:30
page.
p.m. on G4.
Look, thinks Fritas is equal.
Nice. Yeah, G4, man, that was a channel back in the day.
All right, what am I going to research here? I got all the basics done. We got bowls, we got eggs, we got rocks, and the potential for precious metals.
Nice.
Now here comes everything else,
Currency.
like everything else.
Mathematics. Wow, you
Yeah.
got some things to ponder here in the next few turns, eh?
I guess probably, and writing's a little farther along, but archery seems way more useful given all the barbarians that are like really
Once again,
barbarians are like a serious limiting factor because they keep stealing my builders and making like just being assholes, you know.
I just
You know what? I'm gonna do writing farther along.
yeah, because I am also just laughing at the idea that all this is happening and while all this development and
Sorry, what?
I'm just laughing at the fact that while all this development and prosperity and engineering's happening, like no one knows how to has a good grasp on like how to put it in writing.
Right,
So
yeah.
it's like yeah. So I mean, how's that?
Yeah. The way that
How
the
does
way
that
that
work? That's what I want to know.
the fact that it like turns that all into like a that it gamifies like cultural and technological development as though they're independent.
Yeah, and
You know?
also it's like in a normal RTS, like none of this shit would matter because you're focused on building out like basically just like a military source, you know, some sort of like military force. That's what you're already militarized. Whatever civilization you come from doesn't matter because it doesn't factor into it. Like all the technology is already pre-built into it. But this is like
Exactly.
you've landed in a certain part of whatever planet you're on, and this is supposed to be Earth, right? Where you've landed,
Yeah.
right?
It's just like
Okay.
the landforms are like randomized, but it's Earth, yeah.
Yeah.
They can take out the barbarian. Damn it. Almost.
Yeah, we were laughing.
Yeah.
The like
Yeah.
Eddie and I were laughing about just the
Yeah, that's
concept
right, you
of
son
Dawn
of
of
a bitch.
War.
Right. Yeah.
No, because it's the 40K universe, so it's like war is life basically, and there is
Mhm.
nothing.
Everything's
There is
terrible.
nothing beyond that. Combat is all, and you need to annihilate everything.
I might catch them. Fuck yeah. Get my builder back. No, you son of a bitch! What? We don't even know how to sail.
You think, Eddie? You think they could make a 40K movie, like a major motion picture?
I bet. I don't know if it'd be good, but
We do know how.
That would be
Sons
something
of
else.
bitches. Hold this out.
It would
You
have
took
to-
our sailing technology and you sailed off with it because you're a bunch of like Stockholm syndrome little weak pussy motherfuckers.
Who did?
did you
Which-
get raided by pirates?
Yeah, what just happened?
No, so my builders got kidnapped, and when they get kidnapped, they just turn into a barbarian unit and become like barbarian slaves, like NPC slaves. And so they run away from you, and then they got to the coast, and I thought I had them cornered, and instead they just sailed away using Nakunian sailing technology.
They send the Nakunians to rapid re-education camps.
I
And they're
don't
like,
know,
holy
Nick. It's starting
shit,
to
you
sound
guys
like
know how to read and write. Oh my god. And then they come back.
It's starting to sound like the barbarians are like more advanced than you, and you're the barbarian.
Yeah,
And
I
to
don't
wipe
know,
them out.
Nick. Maybe the tables have
Are
turned.
they? Maybe they're
No,
liberating the villagers.
the actual the you joke, but that's actually what this game is about. It's about becoming more and more brutal at the beginning than the barbarians until you kill all of them, and then there's no one left, and then there's only other civilizations to fight over over natural resources, and it's kind of bleak actually.
Well, on the bright side, it looks like you have some room to breed there with your borders because I don't see.
Finally,
It
yeah,
didn't look.
there's
It doesn't look.
some,
Oh, there we go. So they're coming back in now.
there's some, but I'm gonna get them. You know, like these
Yeah.
guys are in decent
It
shape.
looked really like it looked like a really tight spot there. It looked. I mean, it looked like you were Israel.
I think what do you think about this? This city's gonna be light on the old. Oh, I guess it's got fish there and crab there.
Oh yeah.
I sacrifice silver for easy access to crab and fish. The question.
We're fishers by trade, miners by skill. Wait, what? uh,
The city is not a great place to build a city. I guess it's because it's in the middle of a desert.
That means you'll have a hardy people.
Indeed.
what the Nikunians lack in fishing, they make up for in eating. Uh,
Yeah, we're gonna be. You know what? We're gonna be like the people of Crocus. We're gonna just have like one natural resource that we're thriving in, and it's gonna be like shit all for everything else. Build a city right here, right here.
yep. Okay.
Look at that.
You've got two. So
Not for long.
you got two port. What Tokyo? What?
What are we gonna call? What are we gonna call this one?
Edwardia.
Important.
I'm not gonna call it that because Eduardo is my ex-girlfriend's dad's name, and
No,
yeah,
it's not Edwardia though.
you know that
How about Bonnet
it's
Town?
close. It's
It's
closer
too
to.
it's too close. Edwardia, it's too
It's
close.
we broke up pretty recently, so
All right.
I'm gonna avoid that one. Eduardia is good though. It
Well, are
really
you
is
still
good.
cool with her dad, or I mean, obviously not, I guess. But
Yeah, I mean, like in theory,
we
but
text all the time. I mean, like it's not even.
yeah, she's not. She's not. She doesn't want anything to do with me right now.
But her dad's still cool with you.
I'm not gonna call it. Maybe I should call this one Kyoto. No, I'm gonna call this one.
Nathanelina. Wait, no, Catalina. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that.
You should call it. They could just spell your name backwards and call it Natan.
I like it. Natan.
I don't know. It's gonna be all all caps. Is it an acronym? No, it's
No,
Natan.
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 I should just change my name to Natan. Tell people I'm
What's
Greek.
the first thing that Natan should build? Should it be a monument, a granary,
Yeah,
or
I'm
some
I'm
kind of?
Natan. Natan. What kind of name is that? Greek, I think. That's how I introduced myself. No, it's Greek, I think. Just add the
Yeah.
I think at the end.
It goes back to the 26th century BC.
Yeah, the Nikunian Empire. You've heard of the Nikunians.
Is Greek for bowl maker? I think.
Okay, we're gonna build a monument to Nathan.
You
in
see,
Natan.
right after the Nikunians developed pottery and the skill of making wheels, they developed the capital of Natan on the west coast of what is this world called? I don't even. I guess it's Earth, right? I mean, I don't like. What is this region? There's Buenos Aires is down there, and then
yeah, yeah. So maybe South
that's your
America.
that's your reference point. It's like there's Buenos Aires is south of here.
Yeah, it makes no sense whatsoever. So, I don't know what this region is called yet, but Natan is going to be interesting because it's going to be the cultural capital of the growing Macunian Empire.
It's also
Um,
that means in assuming it makes it through whatever wars that happen in the coming years, it'll be like a vacation capital of, you know.
well, it might be a fucking frontline battlefield because check this out. Look, Tomiris is getting
Yeah.
all up in
Oh boy.
our face, telling us about this.
Look,
Um,
you need to slow it down. That's what it seems like. You're
You know what? I'm gonna let her think that she's badass because I don't really want to settle farther west than there. I just wanted a western outpost that could kind of hold down that edge of the ocean, and we've got that. We've got the silver.
so you're
So we're
selling
gonna be
so
ready
you're selling
for
Natan out. That's what it seems like.
No, no, no. It's just gonna be like you said. It's gonna be like a vacation spot. It's gonna be the what's that place that was being fought over with Russia and Ukraine. Russia invaded
Oh,
years ago.
yeah, no.
Right when Helen,
Right.
President
Yeah,
First Lady Helen was
Russia.
kidnapped.
It was it was Troy, I think. The
Ukraine.
battle.
It was part of Ukraine. Wait, what's
Oh yeah,
It's like a little.
Prague, right?
Like a little.
Was it Prague?
No, it's,
Wasn't that where they invaded? The Russians like invaded Prague in like
a
World War
while,
II era, I think,
like back
right?
in the day. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I'm thinking of it different.
no, it's can't remember. Anyway, it's gonna be like that place on the
I
Black
have
Sea.
no idea, man. I have no idea.
Yeah. Thank you, she says. So polite. Okay. So back to Natan.
Back to
We're
Natan.
waiting.
The culture, you're like
Okay.
hyping it up to be this. You're like, it's gonna be the cultural capital of the world, and then it gets destroyed.
Oh, cool. We got some. Let's get Natan going. I'm gonna buy it some stuff.
It's nice though,
Just-
because you can sail over there. It's on the western. Well, I guess it would be the eastern coast.
I mean, with all this
Sorry,
water
I-
access, have you considered getting into the slave trade?
I
I mean,
think
it's,
that yeah.
people
where
don't
does that
judge
fit?
history that harshly.
I mean, I have a bit of a feeling that's maybe what the builders were, and maybe that's why they converted to the barbarians so quickly. It's because the barbarians are basically like armed hippies who showed up more like you don't have to be enslaved, and that's why they got in the boat.
And then the leader of Nicudia is like, no, I know my people, and look, we don't have record of any of this, but I can tell you that we're gonna
It's
stay
all
the
very
course.
legal.
We're staying the
Well,
course.
guess what?
It's all legal. Look,
We
stuff's
just
getting
learned how to
done.
read. We just learned how to read and write, man. We just developed
there you
literacy.
go. All right, now you have contracts.
We knocked
Now,
them out before.
things, Nick. Now things get complicated because now you have written contracts.
Yep, and nothing ever goes wrong with written contracts. So what should we do? Irrigation or archery or astrology? Let's game it out a little bit. Let's see where we get with things. So bronze
I say
working.
archery because you don't need to be more technologically advanced than anyone if you.
I mean, more
Like
bow
higher-
licenses get sold than
higher-
any other kind.
Hire legal team.
I'm
It's
actually
like
going to go straight to bronze working. I'm going to go to bronze working because I think that's going to be more beneficial later on down the line because we
Oh,
got
I like
after
that.
iron working.
It's a good
Actually,
point.
wait a second. No, some of this stuff could be useful. Let's do some of this farming stuff. Seems good. Quarry, stone.
Kind of
yeah.
ironic. Kind of ironic that this feed is called the Turkish prison too.
Old plantations. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should get irrigation going. Yeah, let's start getting our commerce on here. And kill a barbarian and get our commerce on. Hey, come back.
Irrigation that would
Nah.
fall into the general realm of like plumbing and more technology for your city state.
Exactly.
Because up to this point, people are just kind of like shitting wherever they can shit, and doing the same. We're not thinking of the smaller parts of this society right now. That's what I'm saying. it's all just handshakes and shitting in buckets, or not even buckets, just I guess ditches. I don't know. You only developed pottery what, like 100 years ago? What are we at now? How long has pottery been in existence to this point?
Not that long. I should get another settler or
Because you
something
gotta
like
you gotta
that.
think for every like new technology that you implement into your society, like it's gotta take like at least what 100 years to get like perfected to a point to where people are easily replicating it and it's become like a mainstay in your
Yeah.
society.
Yeah, you gotta wonder, man. You
Like
Or to
gotta
do it more
wonder.
rapidly, you have to retrain all the people who used to get by catching fish and how to make pots. You need job
yeah,
retraining.
and also those pots
That's
weren't like they weren't made in kilns, so
Jesus
people
Christ! Look at all.
people people drinking out of them were still getting giardia and like dysentery and dying. I don't know why I keep going to giardia first. It's like
Oh my God, dude. Niku is getting his ass kicked. We just lost our slinger. And
Are
why am
these
I
the
even bothering
barbarians?
building a new settler? This is a bad idea. I gotta do some stuff here. All right, we gotta build up our military here. This is not working.
this geo.
Let's get another warrior. Get another warrior in the mix. And pretty soon we'll have a builder for fucking Natan. The barbarians haven't figured out about Natan yet.
Don.
So maybe we can build some cool stuff
I
before
think I
we
think
start getting the asses kicked over there
I think
too.
Natan is like a Jewish name too. It's definitely like I yeah I don't.
Yeah, it definitely sounds Semitic. Oh, did they just kill those guys in one? No, they didn't. Oh, you think this is. All right, whatever.
Natan Meier, Sid Meier's cousin. He developed a
Dude, what
series
is
of.
this? They got a horde. There's so many of these guys. Oh, come
He was
on.
an angel investor for Sid Meier's video game developing company back to get it off the ground.
Okay, finally we have enough for a builder for Natan. Let's make Natan cool, and then we'll take care of this barbarian problem. Also,
Natan.
maybe make some. All right, buy some stuff. Purchase an item with gold. Get a builder. Oh, we could have bought a builder like turns ago. Damn it. All right, get over here.
Natan. Natan Sharansky, Israeli politician, human
Sure,
rights
right.
activist. Is that what? Is that not Jewish enough for you, Nick?
That sounds pretty Jewish, man. Sure. It sounds like that's Cohen Brothers territory. Look at all this. Look at these guys. They're just rolling around on their horses, which
Ten,
we
hey, 10
have
bucks.
figured out.
10 bucks if you can guess what country he currently lives in.
Tom Sharansky, he lives in Queens. For
You
sure.
got to go farther east, like way farther east.
Poland?
Oh, close. Ukraine.
Okay. So these guys are full. Wait. Okay, I see it now. So these guys are obviously trying to pull me into a stupid trap, which I'm not going to fall for. But wait, am I at full power? Wait, I'm totally going to fall for it. No, I'm not going to fall for it. I'm going to drop back. I'm going to fool them. I'm going to play like I'm going to fall for it. I'm going to drop back. And that's all I got. And this guy is going to keep going. What? No, no, no. Ah. The builder. They've just been offshore this whole time? Those assholes.
You know what's funny? I'm watching this like Jedi Academy review on XPlay, and it's a complete waste of time. Complete waste of time. But what's
Very relevant.
yeah, it's super relevant. What's sticking out to me is the thinking back on this is the fact that this was like right around the time when HD was still like for the most part in like 720p, and a lot of people didn't like have plasmas or like flat screen HD TVs at this point because it's like 2004 or 2003, and like so this broadcast was probably being watched on like standard definition like tube TVs or whatever, digital TVs, and like this looks terrible on YouTube, but probably equally as bad on whatever television it was being watched on at the time. This looks so bad. They put this on TV, guys. They put this out on TV. It wasn't regular. It
Some
wasn't
people
network
worked hard on
TV.
it.
It was cable TV, but it was still TV, guys.
Jesus Christ! Look at this. They're all barbarians.
Oh,
Ugh.
unlockable comic book pages. Oh,
Sucks,
sorry.
man.
Now I'm in Spawn. Hey, they came out with a Spawn video game back in the day.
And I think I need to get I need some strategic worries going on here. These builders, though, by the way, these guys are
They're
busy fellows. They can
Natan.
really
Yeah, Natan's
crank out,
expanding. As promised by the government of Nicunia, Natan is becoming quite the destination off the coast
So
of...
why? I just don't understand why these builders can get on a fucking ship and sail across the Straits of Natan, but the like my other units can't.
Well,
They don't.
because they're like gridlocked into the edge of a forest, right? I don't know. I guess that doesn't matter
No.
though. Those people are traversing.
I don't think so. It's weird. It's just weird is all it is.
I see some cliffs to the south, but
Yeah, we got some cliffs. I thought that was what it
are
was.
those just rocks?
I don't think it is what it is.
That's just like a mining area.
All right, here we go. Ilcom, production towards builders, God King. I think I need something else here. I need a little juice. I need a little something. Things are stagnant in the kingdom.
Have they speaking of juice, have they developed juice yet? Are you able to have freshly squeezed juice in cups that you've crafted?
Oh, Nate, the kingdom of Niku was built on juice. I mean,
In bowls. Oh, sorry, no.
No, it's not built on bowls.
Bowls
No.
came much
they
later.
don't
Yeah,
know.
bowls came
They-
way
For
later.
a long time, they squeezed juice directly into their mouths from the fruit itself.
Yeah.
They had
I like that. Yeah, no, that shows a sort of I don't know what that shows, a desperation perhaps you could say, just a
let's see, open enforced borders.
desperately
Description.
craving sustenance. The citizens of Nicunia would squeeze
I need
anything they
military.
could get their hands on.
I need military help here. We're about to become a warlike species. We're about to really pull in Israel.
Yeah.
Did you just say we're about to become Israel? I think it's funny though. The whole time you're like, at the beginning, you've got big plans for like expansion, and then you're like, God damn it, we're becoming Israel. Like we're locked into.
Yeah, we're just like backed up against the coast and just constantly fighting a defensive war against people who probably really wished that we had asked before they moved there.
The only thing that's kind of off the path of Israel is the fact that you didn't go with like godlike. What was the option at the beginning? You
God
do
Emperor. or
God
something?
Emperor. Yeah, there's no like. From what I understand, there's almost no emphasis on any type of religion in Nicunia to this point.
True.
If
Sort of
anything,
like-
if anything, you made a point of not integrating it into your society, and now
Man,
it's.
I'm not totally averse to the idea of just like injecting some serious religiosity into things to stir shit up, though. You know, it can happen.
Everyone right now is asking the question: Why are we here in Nicunia, and why we seem to just have a handshake, spoken word way of life? You know, nothing's set in stone. It's just, you know.
Yeah. Speaking of which, what am I gonna? Should I? Oh, Should I? Oh shit! Should I give them astrology? I have no.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do astrology. We're gonna give the
Definitely
masses
super
some
useful.
opiates here,
You can't even build boats. What do you need a strong?
dude. Wait, what on earth? I didn't know they could come into the city and beat up my builder. Oh yeah, that's right, motherfucker.
Has anybody tried to come in and like force religion on Nakunia yet? I don't think that's happened.
Yeah, these barbarians seem to be pretty nihilistic motherfuckers. But guess what? I just got a new warrior, and I'm about to try to buy another warrior.
All right, guys. I'm about to head out for the night, but
All right.
I look forward to hearing the continued saga of your people.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
this is really turning into. I mean, it's getting there. It's definitely getting there. There's a lot of
Have a good night.
yeah, you too. A lot of history is gonna happen.
See you, Eddie.
Hey, have a good night.
We're gonna get another. I'm gonna get another warrior on tap here. Unless I can buy one. Can I buy one? When can I buy a warrior? Oh, I can buy a warrior pretty soon. So I'm gonna get something else on tap. What am I gonna produce? A campus. Shit ton of science. Is Niku gonna be the science city?
It's now developed into a highly sophisticated engineering capital.
Maybe. Maybe. But what about Natan?
Yeah, you could put all your sciences into Natan because it's clearly
Yeah.
not being attacked for the most part.
Silver City, man.
That was a heady
Uh,
move. That was a heady move putting resources across the ocean, or
Yeah.
I
Let's
don't
see if
know.
it pays off.
Yeah, you know what the
Why-
you know what the problem is
Eastward,
too in this? It's like the optics of this game are like, I don't know like scale wise what's what and how far something is from something else.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, a second. Sorry. It's freaking out.
That's something.
What?
That's something I would like complain to Sid Meier about. Be like, it's not very realistic. That's your complaint. Like scale wise, I can't. Scale wise, I can't really get behind it. It's just I can't. I don't have a good reference for where stuff is. You know,
Maps
geographically.
really often lack, uh, you know, total adherence to like a scale.
Well, hey man, I mean the it's all about just kind of like seeing where stuff is happening because it's a strategy game. So I do like the idea of like 60-foot high warrior people coming into a village and doing battle, and then like the rest of the people in the village are just like peasants looking up at the godlike warrior creatures that are doing battle above them, because that's what it looks like right now. It's just, you have like you have like barbarians standing over your city center right now.
That is exactly what it looks like. Yeah, just like giant
If this were
kaiju.
yeah, yeah. If this is all to scale, like that's pretty sweet. I will say.
Lost the scout, motherfucker, man.
That's how you're
This
able
sucks.
to. That's how you're able to enforce all that like handshake bullshit, where you're like, this isn't going to be in contract, and the reason it's not going to be in a contract is because I am 80 feet taller than you, and I can crush you with one step if I want. So
Man, these barbarians are taking a long time to die. I hate this. Yeah,
giant barbarians.
that's right, you indigenous sucker. And that's the sucky thing about about this game is that like basically it rewards you for like killing indigenous people and becoming colonialists. Like,
I mean, it's the ultimate prize if you think about it. So.
kind of. There is a great book about sort of the history of oil development as a colonial practice. Look at all these motherfuckers.
Yeah, you're
Fucking
surrounded.
George.
I mean, again, dude, it goes back to it. You're just becoming Israel. That's what's happening right now.
Yeah. I'm Israel meets George Armstrong Custer. You know, like this is ridiculous. Oh, can I get another? Can I buy another warrior now? I'm gonna beat them up. Get another warrior in a second here. Oh, nice. I can get another warrior. Purchase an item with gold. Wait, what? Ugh.
The dude that goes into playing Civilization 6 and tries to recreate like America, and then he ends up like as some Middle Eastern country. That's like that's the guy that's just like fucking right, dude. I'm gonna be the baddest civilization. And then he gets gridlocked into just a shit show of religious strife and persecution, and then he knows
Yeah,
what
seriously.
and then he gets a taste
Re-
of what it's like. Am I right? Jesus.
Rebuilding. Like, yeah, exactly. He like goes and takes over another country, and and then he has to like, and then like the citizens like are uprising against him, which happens in this game. Um, you occupy another city. You just pick off some of these guys. I guess so.
And then at the end of
Another
all
one.
of it, he's like reflecting on it. He's like, "How did I get here? Man, maybe I should have like a broader worldview of what's going on." And that's really what Sid Meier's was going for.
I was gonna say that's like the Sid Meier's fantasy.
Yeah.
That's what he hopes.
Well,
Hopes happens.
that's why Adam Sessler hates him so much. It's like, dude, you're making video games. Just you don't have to go that in depth. Just make it fun. And Sid Meier's just resents him because he gives him bad reviews. I don't even know if that happened. The point I'm trying to make in all of this is that
Sounds realistic.
that
though.
show sucked. Like X-Play was just a bad show. It was cheap. It was like they had some, I don't know, they had some sort of funny content, but it was G4, man. G4 was just like a budget cable station.
Get back to the game here.
That's why it's weird seeing Adam Sessler now. Like he's still around. He's doing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this? City needs food. I know I need fucking food. Okay, Natan. Maybe trying to eat some. Maybe just eat some fucking silver and tide yourself over here. We're dealing with some barbarian situations over here in Niku. But we do need that silver. Is there a border coming up on us? No. Good. Okay. We got some situations to deal with.
You still have a lot of the map that's shrouded, or like you haven't
Yeah, I know
discovered
it
yet.
sucks, man.
That's like another.
It sucks.
It's like another 3 days before you get to.
It's gonna be a while.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a while. Yeah. All right, we gotta bail these assholes out. They can deal with those ones.
How did we get to this point? What could we have
That's what the
done
people of
better?
Niku are wondering. You know.
What's that?
So how do we get to that? That's what the people of Niku are.
Well, no, that's just what Sid Meier's wants everybody to kind of like reflect on. I feel like I don't know.
That was a
Hey,
really
the horse
brutal
lady.
stream.
Yeah, that was. It was some 60-foot tall barbarians doing battle in just on the horizon of a fractured coastal city. Sorry, coastal city that's on the rise technologically, and well, technically you have two coastal cities. Is it a republic?
Just
Or
big.
is it a democracy? Like, what is the? I didn't even.
I don't think we've gotten that far. We haven't even
gotten-
invented
okay,
wheels.
All right, this is where it's crazy because all this stuff has happened in like everybody's just kind of going with it. I guess I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
This is
Should I do
happening.
archery?
This is how this is all happening. That's what the people of Nicunia are saying, or the Nicunians, the people of Niku, citizens of Niku.
Eric's city. And oh shit, we should get bronze working for sure. Choose production. Oh, cool. We can do something for Niku or Natan.
Natan,
Should Natan build
the coastal city
city?
on the eastern
We should build
seaboard.
a granary for some extra food is what we need. And Niku has a granary, right? Yeah. Yeah, they do.
At some point, will the Natanians establish independence from the Nicunians? That's what I want to know. And will there be like
That's a
some
no.
sort of that's a
We can't fight an empire,
what's
but they could get captured by. You
yeah.
get captured by a giant rival, and knowing how bad I am at this game, that's not. That could definitely happen.
You're hundreds of years, actually thousands of years from now, the Nicunians will be backed up into. You're trying desperately not to get into an Israel situation, but it's just like it just keeps going. It just keeps kind of like going in that direction.
Exactly. All right. Now we're gonna bring these guys back here and bring these guys over here. We've got a real military now. We can
Yeah,
finally do something
yeah,
interesting.
that is good. You have like the ability to defend yourself.
Exactly. So now we are going to get another fucking builder going. Actually, I can probably buy one pretty soon. No, they cost a bunch. Let's focus, stop focusing on gold. That was a dumb move. Let's start focusing on food. Let's boost that.
This is a particular X-Play episode where the thumbnail preview for the video is like Adam Sessler looks so angry. In particular, because episode 83 they're reviewing Tony Hawk's Underground, Need for Speed Underground. So it's the Underground episode. And okay, no, that was it, I guess. Oh, my God, man, DirecTV. Yep. This isn't even DirecTV. This is like cable. This is like digital cable. Oh, wow. It's a blast from the past. On this episode of X-Play, we get to go into reviewing the most anticipated skateboarding franchise of all time, Tony Hawk's Underground. Oh, even the TV they pan up from in the studio is like a digital non-HD TV. Jesus.
Oh, yeah, that's right, motherfucker.
Sign of the times.
Come on. Oh, they're gonna get triple teamed, aren't they?
I'm just gonna start sending.
Oh.
I'm just gonna start sending Eddie like X-Play reviews every day to watch from 2002.
And what should be what should my the unit promotion be?
What
Should I
is
get Tortoise or Battle Cry? Combat strength against melee and ranged, or combat strength against ranged? Or you can get a little bit of both, or you can get extra against ranged.
it all depends. Are you looking to go into like like a war lasting a couple decades, or like what are we doing here?
Dealing with right
Battle
now.
Cry. Just based on name alone, Battle Cry sounds better.
I'm saying. So
Yeah.
this one right here, you kill the bad guys. Here,
Oh man.
kill them. Thank you. And then this one here, you kill those bad guys. Damn, we waged a fairly successful campaign against the local barbs.
this episode of X Play.
Who is this? Carthage. Oh fuck, man. They got galleys and everything like that. Okay.
Well, with that astronomy
Go
and
kill some
that faith, you can call down the great alien race to come down and
Hey, man.
wreak havoc. Actually, no,
Keep me-
you're not. You do not have faith, right? There's no traces of like any type. Of
No
religion.
apparent, there's no apparent faith amongst the. Yeah, have a religion tab. Let's check out the religion tab. We're working towards a pantheon. We haven't accumulated any faith.
That's
We
a
have
really
accumulated-
bad like prog metal
We have
band
zero
name.
faith in
Working
return.
towards a pantheon.
We're accumulating. I just noticed. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I just noticed that we're accumulating 0 faith per turn. So that's not great.
Yeah, your army's like aimless.
I don't really know how to
They're
ping.
like I don't. Yeah, they're
know how
fighting,
to-
but they're not fighting for any type of like cause or meaning other than strategic. I don't know dominance.
Exact. Just
Not-
sheer survival.
Yeah, just sheer survival.
Just
which
utter,
in a way,
like,
I mean, I
utter-
don't, yeah. So,
Yeah. These guys one more turn to heal.
work. When you bring up that tab, that's what it actually said, huh? It was like working towards a
I don't
pantheon.
Knowledge.
Yeah, I know, right?
But if men make war in slavish obedience to rules, we'll fail.
All right, cool. This is good.
Oh, dude, it's cool. Like we play in this Rush cover band. Oh, sick. What's the name? Yeah, working towards a pantheon. That's the band. Yeah, we do like. We
Right,
do
state
most
workforce.
80s Rush, late 80s Rush.
You chill on it. We're going barbarian hunting pretty soon.
Wow.
I'm also interested.
Ships are moving at lightning fast speeds.
The fucking massive ships must like blot out the sun.
The
Yeah.
sails a mile high.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
They cause
gonna do-
tsunami. Some say they cause tsunami waves leaving the
Yeah,
port.
the oars like bring in tides.
The day the ships came.
Ships.
People on the other side of the continent are like, the day the ships came.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Before we saw the ships, we saw the waves.
The forest upon the sea came for us.
I just watched, on a side note, speaking of tsunamis, I just watched that movie, oh man, with Naomi Campbell and like, oh my god, I'm having like a brain fart here. Ewan McGregor,
Okay.
Naomi Watts. That's what I was thinking of. Not Naomi Campbell. Naomi Watts. The Impossible. Have you ever seen The Impossible?
Oh.
It's like
Fine.
it's about the 2004 like tsunami in Thailand. It's like it follows this
Oh,
family. It's
yeah.
like one of those loosely based on like an actual event that happened. So anyway, it's like it follows this family, Ewan McGregor and Naomi Watts. They play this like they're this family that goes on vacation in Thailand at this resort, and then the tsunami hits, and it's like their first-hand experience of like being separated,
Right,
and then
right.
finding each other later on. And the whole time I was watching it, I didn't realize that it was put out in like 2012, and I thought it because it was one of those deals where it was on Netflix and it was like a header on Netflix. So I'm like, oh shit, it's a new movie with like Naomi Watts and Ewan
Yeah.
McGregor about this thing. I'm gonna watch this, and and I'm like, Jesus, like Ewan McGregor looks, whatever. It's like 8 years ago, but still, I'm like, man, this like they don't really like nothing. I forget what I saw him in. I saw him in something else like around that time too, and I'm like, man, this guy looks exactly the same. And then and then I saw like that it was made back in like 2010 or whatever. I don't know. Was it 2010? May have been later than that. 2012.
Sounds all right.
Yeah.
I remember that
It's
happening
kind of a
along.
good. I don't know. It's kind of good. It's kind of shitty too. I don't know. Apparently, I thought it was. I thought it was decent. I don't know.
One piece of pop culture that I remember about that tsunami was so excuse me was
Gesundheit.
a short story that I read that unexpectedly ended with the main character just dying in the tsunami
Wait a
on
second.
vacation. I was like, that is sounded. I was like, the author had no idea how to finish this story.
Oh, you're talking. Oh, so it was like a short story or like a novel about it.
Yeah, it was like a part of a collection of short stories that I was reading when I was like home on Christmas break. It was like lying around my mom's house, you know.
Yeah, I don't. That's a weird event because, like, obviously I wasn't. I don't know. I wouldn't have been aware of it in 2004, really. Just based on like what I
Yeah,
was doing in 2004, I was probably like picking my nose and
yeah.
being a dumbass kid, but you know.
The sort of the folks that I hung out with were all were all like super like humanitarian sort of people, so they all thought like we're all like, oh no, it's terrible,
Yeah.
and then like I remember thinking about it and I'm like, well, it is terrible and terrifying, but like, what the hell are we supposed to do? We live in fucking Vermont. We're 14 years old. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it does suck. Double experience for. I think I need some naval
And then
units.
your mind goes to
No.
like what like into survival mode, how you would have like prevented dying from a tsunami because you're like a 14-year-old asshole. You're like, well, what I would have done is if I saw that wave coming, you know, I would have just gone underground. That's what I would have done. Boom. Done. I would have survived that fucking tsunami.
Figure that shit out, man.
Figure that
Like,
shit out. Climb a tree. I don't know.
I believe those dumbasses let themselves get like drowned by some
Exactly.
water. Idiots.
God. No,
No, I had to build
that
this
is
huge
that
army,
is
which I
that is
should.
crazy because like when you think about it, the fallout from that is also like ridiculous. Just the impact.
Dude, I'm gonna lose this game so hard. I suck so like we're 65 out of 500 turns in, and I've got like 4 units, and we're barely literate. I think I need to start over
Hey,
here.
hey, but you're
Um,
working toward a pantheon, as I understand it.
finally figured out how to get one faith per turn. Um,
I like
I
I
guess I'll
like
keep playing.
I like the idea of some like ethereal being in the sky and you're like going to him for guidance because that's basically what you're doing with the menu. You're going up and like circling through this and and he's like at the end of the day he's like, "Listen, I know it doesn't look good, right? I know it doesn't look good right now, but on the bright side, you're working toward you're working toward a pantheon. Like that's there's something to be said for that. If you could just hang on for a couple hundred more years, maybe even 1,000 years, uh,
You
I
might
don't
know
know.
you exist
We
someday.
may exactly. You might not become Atlantis if you can just.
Oh Lord. All right, I'll keep one warrior around
Hey
for
man, all I know about Atlantis is that it 100% exists, and it is in fact in the Bahamas. That place
Oh,
is
well, yeah.
that is a real place. It exists. They have lots of fish tanks and a casino, and it's pretty mythical.
Atlantis, the
Yeah,
place on Earth.
it is. It's in the Bahamas. You can go there. I don't know if you can go there now, but you probably can. I don't know. COVID doesn't exist in the Bahamas, right?
11 turns till I get a fucking settler? All right, we are going to go all in on production.
God damn it! I just fucked it up, Nick. We went like 2
You're
hours.
not, you're
We
not
went
gonna,
2 hours without
dude,
even talking about COVID, and I had to just.
is that what?
Ah. I said we went like at least a couple hours without talking about COVID, and I just fucked the whole thing up.
Oh, what? Sorry, you keep breaking up.
No, I said we went like 2 hours almost without even talking about COVID. Eddie, you and I, the three of us, nobody mentioned COVID that whole time, and I just fucked
Oh,
the whole thing
yeah.
up.
Oh, yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, well, it's
I
happening.
think I always low grade think about it.
Yeah,
So,
it's in the back of your mind, like that
oh
Pantheon.
man, well, check out this strategy though. So we got Natan over here.
I see
Then
that.
look at this. We've got this like nice little narrows here and this big ass peninsula. I want cities here,
Yeah,
and I want a city here, and I want a city here. We got to make it happen fast. So other people are totally going to get in on that. So I'm going to put my first city over here, and then if anyone puts cities inland, I will just take them over
it's a big,
and attack them.
it's a big chunk of map that's been unearthed.
Big chunk of map, but this is going to be a much bigger map, I think. Today, see, goes all the way over there.
That's
I want that.
America. See that
I want that.
beautiful land over in the east? Over
I'm
in the
taking
over
that.
in the west. What am I talking about? Over in the west, yeah. Where that
But you-
seahorse,
I mean,
where that giant seahorse icon is, that's America over there. Distance. You see what I'm saying? That's what you're working towards, Nick.
all right, what's the builder gonna do? Clear a jungle. Clear a jungle. All right, you guys, whatever. What are you doing here? You two. You are the one who stays. You are the one who
Although,
deals.
if you're, yeah, if you're the Middle East, assuming you're the Middle East, what's north of you would be like Eurasia, like Russia slash, you know, the rest of Asia,
Exactly.
and then but I can't really make heads or tails of the. Again, it's all optics, man. It's Sid Meier's just